Hi everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here for the Mountain Weather Information Service. This is your Planning Outlook video updated on Friday the 3rd of November. Now a taste of something wintry for this weekend, colder northwesterly winds in place and some showers coming in to western mountains, falling as some snow and some hail to quite low levels at times. We've got a frontal system then moving in from the Atlantic as we go through into Monday and Tuesday of the new week, which will bring the risk of some heavy and prolonged rain to western hills, and particularly in western Scotland looks like it could stay rather wet quite often through much of next week. Temperatures on the cool side, but I suspect we'll see the freezing levels just lift somewhat as we're going through the week ahead. Now, focusing attention further into the week ahead, but just briefly to show you the weekend's charts, we've got a complex area of low pressure and fronts passing eastwards across central eastern England, but that'll be out of the way even across Wales and the Pennines, most likely before dawn or soon after. A few showers following in, showers more frequent though into the Western Highlands, where some heavy bursts of snow, hail and the odd rumble of thunder is possible, but central and eastern parts of the Highlands look as though you'll stay dry most, if not all day. Sunday sees the winds turning a little bit more north to northwesterly, some bands of showers moving down on that wind flow, chiefly to the northwest Highlands, maybe northern Cairngorms, and some clusters of showers as well moving into North Wales, parts of the Lake District and the Western Pennines too. Let's have a look at temperatures then. This is just running through the weekend first of all. These are the 850 millibar temperatures. That's around 4,500 feet or thereabouts in the atmosphere. And through Saturday it's around -3, -4 at that level. Heading into Sunday you may lose a degree or so and be nearer to -5 on the top of Ben Nevis and Cairngorm, with a severe wind chill factor as well. In direct exposure you could well feel like -15, -20 or thereabouts. Looking through these temperatures then into the early part of next week, they just lift a little bit as fronts move in from the Atlantic by Monday. We'll show you those charts in a moment. And then just a hint of dropping away again as we go through into Tuesday. So as that front clears through, we could find a lowering of freezing levels back to say around 1,000 metres, perhaps even a bit lower, just depending on how things evolve by the stage. Staying fairly cool then as we go through the middle part of the week, a little bit milder heading towards next weekend. But it may be temporary. We may see a cooler west or northwesterly flow heading into the middle part of the month. So I suggest we're a bit up and down in terms of temperatures, but often leaning towards the cooler side. Here's Monday's chart. Then we've got fronts moving in from the Atlantic, lowering cloud around western coasts, some spits and spots of drizzly rain coming on, but with freezing levels still quite well down, some of that starting off as some snow as it encounters the colder air into Scotland. But I think temperatures will continue to rise then as you go through into Monday afternoon and evening, and even overnight temperatures may well keep lifting as that warmer air comes in from the Atlantic. So heavy rain then will spread in on those fronts, so setting in across the Western Highlands, so just watch for that deterioration. Timing is somewhat uncertain, the risk of gale force winds developing too as you head through the latter part of Monday. So that's where we are by Tuesday. Timing, exact detail remains somewhat uncertain, but a swathe of rain across western and northern Britain. It may well begin to clear from the western side of Scotland, but followed by a few showers, I suspect. It's the south-facing hills of South Wales into the Lake District, Dumfries and Galloway, the southern side of the Highlands, that are particularly likely to see some prolonged heavy falls. On the back edge of that system, where colder air engages back in behind that cold front, you could find the freezing level dropping, and some of that all turning back to snow on the higher terrain, particularly across the western and northwestern Highlands. Winds look like they're dropping light as we just see the isobars opening out at this stage, so a bit of uncertainty just how quickly the whole thing will move eastwards. I think eventually we come round to something of a westerly by the end of the day. And the leftovers of that previous system still around into Wednesday. Low confidence of absolute details, something of a decaying front across central parts of England and Wales. Scotland may well be behind that front in cooler air by the stage. A few showers, the dregs of some snow may still be in the picture by that stage, and some further fronts trying to edge in off the Atlantic with time. It may well be rather a cloudy, murky picture with some low cloud left around that frontal zone. The cloud base is a bit higher across Scotland if you're into the drier, cooler air behind the front, and winds looking fairly light with slack pressure. Heading towards Thursday, and it looks as though further fronts trailing in from the Atlantic may well be affecting west and northwest Scotland. That could produce some persistent rain, maybe even some snow mixed in with that at times, particularly over the higher ground in the north of Scotland. Depends just what the temperatures are at this stage. Further south and southeast, you're nearer to higher pressure and likely to be into a drier story, but could still be some lingering areas of low cloud. So that's the suggested total rainfall through until the end of Sunday the 12th of November. That's 5 days up until that point, where it's Western Scotland that's seeing the most in the way of rain. Further east across the Highlands, far lower rainfall totals, and even across much of England and Wales, amounts of rain may be fairly small. So stay right up to date with us here at the Mountain Weather Information Service. We've just started trialling some short 2-day ahead videos. We'll put those out on the social media feeds in the last couple of days. Those will continue through this weekend as well. Let us know what you think of those. We're going to try a few different features on there. We'll try and put those onto the website for you as well. All our social media links at the bottom of this screen, and you can follow us on this YouTube channel too. Thanks for watching this video today, and bye for now.